In motorsports, there are few tracks and combinations that are truly considered a wild card race. Races like Daytona and Talladega are on that list. What's another one? Take a stock car meant for asphalt and put it on a dirt track. It's not often done, but the SCSRA is doing it tonight. The Glade Spring ARCA Series visits Eldora Speedway for race 5 of the regular season. Good evening and happy race day, everyone. Joshua King in the Dev Sports Cards broadcast booth once again, and tonight we take it back to the grassroots, local hometown racing vibes here at Eldora as we take a good shot from up above of Eldora Speedway. This is the first time the ARCA Series is visiting a dirt track, and you already know it's going to be a wild one. Let's bring up tonight's race info and go through it with you here as you see it on your screen. And 12-lap last chance showdown to make it in to the A main feature tonight, which will be 50 laps. So 12 laps is a shorty. One fast repair as always for these drivers. Little bit of a different breakdown here tonight, and as I mentioned, embracing the grassroots feel of auto racing. There's going to be 3 heat races that are going to be 10 laps apiece. The top 6 in each heat race will go automatically to the A main. The top 5 in each heat race will receive stage points, so a lot of stage points out there tonight, a little bit more than usual. 5 more positions, if you will, than usual, but technically 3 winners, so pretty cool structure there. The 12-lap B main will also allow the top 6 to advance. I don't know if we're going to get a big enough field to really eliminate anybody tonight, but we're just going to have to see how it plays out. 27 set to grid thus far. Of course, we still have plenty of time for more drivers to join in and get ready to go, but we're going to see how that breaks down. No inverts, which means if you win a heat race, so you're not going to go to the back or anything like that. You will start up near the front. It's all going to be based on time, and we'll give you those starting grids as it comes along to us. Now, I mentioned that it's going to be a wild one, and it's a wild card race on the schedule. Let's pull up the driver points as they sit before tonight. Want to welcome Alicia into the chat. Noah, welcome in, both going for Nick Walthorn. Jesse going for himself tonight as he makes one of his 4 starts here on the circuit of the ARCA Series, this being his 2nd, and so he'll look to get it done. Sharn Hill leads the way in the overall points. Justin Parham with a win last week. He remains 2nd. Sharn Hill had a great showing with stage points last week. Ryan Hufford in 3rd. Warren Keith is there, of course. Brandon Anderson rounding out your top 5. Now, what we could theoretically see happen here is guys down near that bottom 18, and of course there's been an average of 30 here every week in the ARCA Series. Any one of those guys, they could be a ringer at dirt and come out and just lay it on the field tonight and find themselves gaining multiple positions in really, really good spot. Win a heat race, win the feature, and you're looking at a really good point tonight here at Eldora. Someone to look out for could be Ryan Gomes in the 55. As you see him there, he's 17th in points coming in. It's been kind of a struggle. 1 top 10 on the season, no stage points thus far, but Ryan is someone that can definitely benefit tonight and come out and put in a good run here at the dirt track. Let's go trackside and take a look at the few guys that are on the speedway right now. Here's the 67 of Matthew Fritz. We'll pull up the running order, if you will, how they are in practice anyway thus far. Matthew Fritz currently sitting 6th quick in the practice session. Here's the 55 of Ryan Gomes in the Quaker Stake Ford Mustang number 55. First time in a long time we've seen Ryan mix it up with a new paint. We're going to talk to Ryan here in just a little bit. Here's Jesse Whittington, guy we saw in the chat. Flip in the chat is Lauren Vincent. He is so scared, he says, and Lauren is 20th quick in the practice session. Lauren, if it makes you feel any better right now, based off how the structure is supposed to go, I don't think anyone's going to be left out of the feature race tonight. It may just impact the starting position. Obviously, if you could squeak into the top 6 in one of the 3 feature races, you'll set yourself up with a better starting position. But overall, thus far, I think everyone's scheduled to make the show. Here's the 54, Nicholas Walthorn, the fan favorite, along with Sharn Hill this season so far. Haven't heard from any of Sharn Hill's fan club yet this evening, but they'll be around, I'm sure. Let's take a look here at Cale Thorpe in the Zinn Chevy Camaro number 20. Cale currently sits 15th quick in the practice session. Oh boy, and that was not good. Don't do that in your heat race, Cale. Shane Hines has pulled out onto the Speedway slowly but surely in the 77 Aldi machine. Always good to see Shane with us. Good looking paint. Last week's winner, the 19 Justin Parham, with some magic late in that race, and another one that started out as a caution fest. We did get some good green flag runs in later on, but a late caution put Justin in a good situation, and he closed the deal to take first win of the season. That's everybody that's on the Speedway. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to this guy out of Arcata, California. That's going to be Ryan Gomes. We talked about him a little bit earlier. We're going to grab him now and see how he's feeling about this evening's race. Ryan, welcome to the broadcast booth, sir. I was taking a look at the point standings, and we see you down there, 1 top 10 on the season. Been a little bit of a rough go. No stage points, but you are someone who is very strong at dirt racing, dirt tracks in general. You got that 55-second quick in the practice time. Talk to us about what tonight looks like for you, and kind of what it would do for that 55 team to not only come out here, maybe win a heat race, but then also put in victory lane at the end of the night.
Yeah, that confidence on dirt's what might get me in trouble tonight. It's just going to be a matter of staying level-headed, just not overdriving it. As bad as I want to get, beat that 94 right now, he's showing a lot of speed. We need a big points night for sure. Got to get up front and try to stay up there tonight.
Yeah, and of course anything could happen, right? Long way to go, heat races, B main, A main, all those things. But one good thing is Jesse is running a very limited schedule here in the ARCA series. So even if you are managing to get a second place finish, that's going to be a solid podium, going to go a long way in the point standings, and you ultimately would be the top full-time driver here in the ARCA series to finish there. So talk to us a little bit, Ryan, about how the car is feeling. You've been in the session quite a while this evening. If you can paint the picture, if you will, for those at home, how it's driving and what to expect on the racetrack.
I hate to jinx it, but it doesn't feel too bad. The car's rotating in good, and there's not much of a curb to lean on up there, so you just really have to kind of back out of the throttle and just really watch your throttle so you don't get into the wall with these the long tail ends on these things are kind of easy to get them up into the wall. So but we'll see. I mean, this track's gonna change. You see how it looks right now. I think they're gonna get out there and rework it for qualifying, so it should be in good shape for qualifying and heat races, and then maybe it'll slick off for the main, and hopefully get some pretty good slide job battles and hopefully it'll end up being a good show tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it will be. I hope it will be. You mentioned a lot of terms there, Ryan, that are very familiar with dirt racers, dirt fan clubs, if you will. We're primarily oval and primarily asphalt, of course. This is the first time ARCA Series is visiting a dirt track. If you can explain the track conditions, not only at the onset of a heat race or even more so the 50-lap feature tonight, and then how that kind of develops over the course of the race and what that does not only for the race car but the driver. You think you can kind of put that in perspective for everyone watching at home?
Yeah, I mean, so it should start off in pretty good shape with quite a bit of grip. If it gets past, a lot of times the track will start off really slimy, be too much water on the track. But once it works in, it'll get a lot of grip and a lot of speed. And then as these cars just start to beat that track up and move that dirt up the track, it's going to start getting really slick in spots. And a guy's just going to have to search around and find where you can get the car to go forward and grab the goop, as they say. But no, it's definitely going to be ever changing tonight. You'll see guys running different lines to start compared to where they finish. So the guys that can figure it out and find out where to put the car are going to have the best chance tonight.
Yeah, and the more cars that run a specific line, the quicker that is going to slick off, as you mentioned. And from my understanding in dirt racing, I don't know a whole ton, but I do know that you want to try as much as you can to try to avoid those extremely slick areas, right?
Oh yeah, because they turn into ice out there. It's called dry slick. And yeah, the car just wants to take off. There's no going forward. It almost feels like you're going backwards up the track, and it's a strange feeling. But if you can get up top and kind of lean it on that curb up there, or get it down low on the bottom, I think it's going to be a really wide track as guys are searching for somewhere to get a hold of.
Right on, man. Well, I appreciate all the great insight, and I know there was no better man to talk to than you, so that's why I pulled you in. But we're approaching 4 minutes here in the practice session. We're going to let you focus back in here and get ready to go. But anyone you'd like to thank or shout out tonight?
Oh, definitely. Got to shout you out. Love having you here doing this. I hope this is what I'm going to look forward to watching afterwards. The rest of the season hasn't quite been very exciting to look back on, but you've done an awesome job. And then Josh and Lauren and Devin and Sharn and Sylvain, everybody that's just doing their part to help keep this thing going. And a lot of these guys in the league that came out and helped test for this and kind of helped give us a baseline of where to be. It's been awesome to have so many guys helping out to make this thing possible.
Right on, man. Well said. Well, I appreciate the kind words, and I know all the admin team does as well. Great admin team, great series, and I'm happy to call the SCSRA home here for Royalty Racing Network. But good luck tonight, Ryan. Maybe we'll be talking to you a little bit later after one of the races.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Once again, folks, that was the driver number 55 out of Arcata, California, Ryan Gomes, with some phenomenal insight there for all of us, and myself included. Let's get back to the action on the Speedway. And here's the number 7 of Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence out here for the first time this season. He picked a good one to come out for the first time tonight. How's everyone doing out there in chat world? Y'all awake with me this evening? Looking forward to some dirt racing? I sure hope so, because I am. Michael is out of McKinleyville, California, as we see a little pile up there on the bottom of the Speedway. Only other guy out there right now, he's all by his lonesome. That's the number 20 of Cale Thorpe, who you already saw. Cale wheeling it around. 28 now scheduled to be on the grid. Everyone has set a practice time as well. Joe Koo, welcome in. We are here and ready. Good to hear it. Good to hear it. Take a look at this dirt track. Pretty wide here. You could see 3 or 4 wide realistically, being that these are stock cars. They're not traditionally made to go around the dirt track, but in dirt cars, it's not abnormal to see 4 and 5 wide at times at this speedway. If you've never checked out some live dirt racing in Eldora, not necessarily being there, but watching it on TV or one of many different ways, I highly recommend it. They always put on great weekly shows, and of course their big events are always amazing as well. Cale Thorpe getting a lot of screen time here as he goes for the 360. Didn't quite work out, but that's all right. He's gonna do a little pre-race donut. Everyone on pit road, 37 seconds to go. They're all getting locked in for qualifying coming up here. Qualifying will work the exact same way, but it will determine where you start in your heat race and what heat race you run in. So we're going to have a lot of back and forth with starting grids tonight. We're going to try to bring you post-race interviews with each of the 3 heat race winners. So we'll see how that plays out. We're not typically dirt broadcasters either, so new session is being made. What happened? That's not good. Well, all right. I suppose we'll do what we gotta do here. Stay with us here, folks. We're not gonna bother running commercials simply because it'll take us longer. Actually, no, we'll run some love for the sponsors. Then I'll go back to the waiting screen. We'll bring it back in as soon as I get back in, and we'll see what's going on. So stay with us, be patient, but I am coming back. Nothing's wrong with the broadcast on our end or anything like that, okay? So don't go anywhere. We're just going to keep it live. right, folks, we are finally back and ready to roll this time, I think. We're just going to give everyone a couple minutes to get into the new session now. So apparently some settings and laps of some sort got changed. So they had to create a new session. So as a reminder, Jesse Winnington did sit atop the board amongst all drivers that did put a practice time in, which if I remember correctly, it was 28. We got a couple drivers out here turning some laps now. Caleb Neibel, Jacob Neibel, currently at the top of the board. Matt Baines is out there for the first time we've seen this evening. John Lynch back with us. He ran previously in the series. This is his first race this week. Everyone out there still awake now? Didn't want to lull you to sleep there with the intro music, but that was the best option while we got everything sorted out. We saw Matthew Fritz a little bit earlier. Here's, oh, Lauren Vincent just pulled off. Never mind. There's John Lynch. Jesse Winnington again. Nick Walthorn. Running right up against the wall there. Now I'd assume you see the time on the timing tower there. It says just over 24 minutes, but I'd assume once we have everybody that they will just skip the rest of that practice session. We'll get right into qualifying. Doubtful that it goes a full 30 minutes. We're already running behind by 18 minutes or so. Plenty of good racing action coming up though. Let's take another quick look here at the race details for tonight in case you're just joining us or got lost in translation while we switched over. There'll be a 12-lap B main or last chance showdown, if you will, to get into the 50-lap feature here tonight. Everyone will have one fast repair. Now, I'm not exactly certain if that carries over. Let's say if you use it in your heat race, I'm not sure if you get another one in the feature or if you're left without without it. Ryan, another new session? Another new one? Don't tell me that. Anyway, I'm not sure if you're left without your fast repair or if you get another one if you use it in your heat race. We'll just all kind of learn together as far as that goes. But to give you a little bit deeper insight into the structure of tonight's event, there will be 3 races, 3 heat races, 10 laps each. The top 6 in each heat race, if there's more than 6, will go to the A main. They'll automatically advance to the 50-lap feature. The top 5 in each heat race will receive stage points. So once again, a lot of stage points out there to be had tonight. And the 12-lap feature will allow the top 6 in that race, which I don't think we're going to make it to that many drivers, but those 6 will advance to the A main feature. So in theory, unless we have any new entrants that weren't in the first session, those drivers, all the drivers, will make it to the A main tonight to compete for the victory. There will be no inverts, which means that if you win your heat race, you will start according to time near the front of the field, either first through third, depending on where you go there. It does not matter. You're not going to go to the back of the field or anything like that. So that's the rundown. Here, as we're still awaiting some drivers to get in. As we take a look at the practice times, Jesse Whittington into second now. He led in the first session, that main session. Checking with admins here in the background, so my apologies on the silence. He was making sure that I was good to go, which I appreciate. And there you see our checkered flag wave on the quote-unquote practice session, which means it's time to go qualifying here finally in the Glade Spring ARCA Series. And let's see who leads us off first here. It's going to be John Lynch in the 84 Monster Toyota Camry. First off pit road. Qualifying is going to fly by here, folks. Small track. And everyone is probably even more eager to get out there now. 15 drivers or so, even more now, out there on the Speedway. Last week's winner, Justin Parham, is out there. John Lynch running that top side of the Speedway, trying to keep it straight and keep it off the wall. It can be fast, but it can be dangerous if you tap the wall. Got to keep it right on that dirt line where you see the dirt build up there. They call that the cushion. Look out. John Lynch going to go for a ride. Caleb Nibel on lap 1 leads the way. 17.582. Jesse Whittington quickly above him. 17.552. See if he gets a second lap. Jacob Nibel 17.577. Second quick over Caleb now. Andrew McKenzie came in fourth quick. Holden Wheeler on lap 2. Does it count? Doesn't look like it. Jesse Whittington, lap 1, 17.552. He'll take that one. Looks like maybe one lap qualifying. Okay, someone put a lap 2 in. 17.933. Matthew Fritz, 8th quick. Ryan Gomes, 4th quick. 17.671. 4th quick on lap 1. See if he can rev it up a little bit more and get into the top 3, lead off one of those 3 heat races. You see him wheeling that thing around. That's a cool shot coming off turn 4. He was just quicker in lap 1. He'll take that one. Travis Bennett just finished up as all the paints are loading back in now. Here's Brandon Anderson in the Grotch Beer 49, 17.804, 7th quick for Anderson. Joe Irwin, 18.035, 14th quick. Warren Kyle Keith, 17.761 in the Bass Pro Shops Ford Mustang. And I don't think he'll get a second one. We'll see, we'll see. Does he get a second time? Doesn't look that way. He'll take lap 1. Vince Brent, 17.888 in the NOS Energy Drink Chevy Camaro. Lap 2 for Vince. Quicker, 17.836. Goes up to the top 10. He'll start 10th. Everybody is done. Joe Irwin out there just cruising around for a little bit of practice. 27 drivers, it would appear. Going dirt racing tonight. Alicia, how you doing tonight? And how's everyone else doing? 30 people in here with me. Someone's got to be willing to chat. Warren Keith out there giving a couple more practice laps as well, trying to figure it out. He qualified 7th. So in theory, he'll start 3rd in heat race number 1. We'll just take a nice long look. I'm good. Thank you for asking. Happy to be back again Tuesday night. Always one of my nights I look forward to during the week. Hoping we get to see some good racing here tonight. Alicia, encourage people to chat. Yeah, you know as well as I do, if it's anything like the last couple weeks, we're going to have a lot of time to chat. A lot of time to talk. These heat races should go by. One other detail that I have failed to mention thus far. In every race this evening, the caution laps will not count, which is a dirt racing tradition and feature. So in the 10-lap heat race, if there's a caution on lap 3, they're going to go around until they get things straightened out. And then we'll go back racing on lap 7. So there you go for your first heat race of the night. Jesse Whittington leads us off. Yeah, I hope not as well. Ryan Gomes will start 2nd. Warren Keith will start 3rd. Vince Brent in 4th. Matthew Fritz in 5th. Sean Hill in 6th. And John Lynch in 7th. AJ Evangelista in 8th. Shane Hines will start 9th. Top 6 go to the feature. A little bit different than I thought it would be here as far as how they're starting off. I mentioned I thought Warren Keith would start in 3rd in the first, or I'm sorry, okay, never mind, I had it right. Starting 3rd in the first heat race. Never mind. Contradicting myself, second guessing myself. The iRacing.com Pace Truck leads the way this evening. Cool looking truck. Chevy Silverado. Jesse's trying to bump fenders. Luckily you can't. Can't bump fenders with the pace car anyway. Shane Hines. Someone's jumping all around. Keep showing as everyone has crashed. We might see that all night long because if they slide the tires, it's going to count that. That's going to be interesting. Might create some issues with us trying to find the actual crash. Pace car pulls off, and for the first time tonight, we're going heat racing in the Glade Spring SCSRA ARCA Series. Ryan Gomes, Jesse Whittington lead the way. Into turn 1 they go, and Jesse right in the middle of the speedway. Ryan up on the top. Warren Keith battling on the inside. Ryan Gomes side by side to his outside. Vince Brent securely in 4th right now. Jesse Whittington on a tear already, way out there in front. Vince Brent being pressured by the 67 of Matthew Fritz and John Lynch in that 84. Warren Keith, Ryan Gomes still battling. Looks like Ryan Gomes eventually wins that battle. Vince Brent had a small issue, allows Matthew Fritz and John Lynch to get by him. Matthew Fritz now in the 4th spot. John Lynch in 5th. 3 wide now for 5th. Final transfer spot up for grabs, perhaps. Now we got a car around Sean Hill. Vince Brent, no caution. They straighten it out. AJ Evangelista now in the 5, going to be the beneficiary of that mess. He'll take over 6 with Shane Hines not too far behind, should there be another issue. Jesse Whittington still comfortable lead. Ryan Gomes comfortably in 2nd. Warren Keith scraping the wall a little bit, but he's got 3rd. Matthew Fritz in 4th. They're in the 67. AJ Evangelista trying to hold on to 5th. Vince Brent did indeed squeak by for 6th once again, and John Lynch apparently found trouble. Shane Hines now a lap down, thanks to Jesse Whittington. 4 to go here in heat race number 1. Matthew Fritz trying to battle AJ Evangelista for the 4th spot. Or I'm sorry, Warren Keith for the 3rd spot. I got my red cars mixed up. Hashtag amateur hour. Warren Keith having a little bit of a problem out on that high side. You can see them both there. Matthew Fritz gaining a little bit of an edge. Doesn't quite clear the 9 there. Now they approach Shane Hines. Shane way up the speedway. Warren Keith has to cut it down there 3 wide. Shane Hines a lap down right now. That might have been the kind of window Warren Keith needed to hold off Matthew Fritz. Of course, they're both into the show as of this point. Jesse Whittington will come around turn number 4, and he'll take the win on heat race number 1 here at Eldora. Ryan Gomes goes P2. Warren Keith does indeed hold on to P3. Matthew Fritz in 4th. Vince Brent rallies to come back and get 5th. He'll be on to the A main. And AJ Evangelista holds on to 6th. He'll go to the feature. Going to the second, or the final qualifier. Let me get it right. Last chance qualifier will be Sharon Hill in the 05. John Lynch and Shane Hines, as they're already lined up. Jacob Neibel in 1st here in heat race number 2. Andrew McKenzie starting 2nd. Brandon Anderson in 3rd. Justin Parham in 4th. Nicholas Walthorn 5th. Ryan Hufford in 6th. Lauren Vincent in 7th. Cale Thorpe in 8th. And 9th will be Josh Hall. Let's get with our heat race winner, Jesse Whittington. Jesse, welcome to the broadcast booth, buddy. Sorry to cut you off mid-conversation there, but congrats on the heat race win. You're locked into the feature tonight. You're looking good. How's it feeling?
Oh, dude, I'm having a good time. I mean, I know a lot of drivers don't necessarily enjoy it, but I've been looking forward to dirt. This is one I've had circled. So I'm just out here to have a good time, man.
Believe me, I know it, man. When you told me you were running 4 of these ARCA races, you were specifically focused on this one. And I knew there would be a reason why, but yeah, you look good in heat race number 1. You want to stick around and call heat race number 2 with me?
Yeah, sure.
All right, buddy, let's do it. Jesse Whittington,
like old times.
Racer broadcaster in the booth with us here for heat race number 2. Andrew McKenzie, Jacob Neibel are leading the way, and we'll give the start to Jesse for true old-time feel.
Let's do it. See, the pace truck turns down pit road. Green flag is in the air. The 33 of Jacob Neibel is the first one to take off. He leads us down into turn 1. He's going to take the high side, looking for a little bit of momentum off of turn number 2. 22 of McKenzie actually gets a really good run off of the bottom, but man, the 33 of Neibel, it's hard to beat that momentum on the high side.
Certainly is. Those guys always confuse me with the same paint jobs. We got good racing going back here. 3rd through 6th, they're side by side. They're bumping fenders as 2 Royalty Racing Network cars, Justin Parham, Nicholas Walthorn, battle it out for 3rd. Ryan Hufford, Brandon Anderson battling for 4th and 5th.
They got a lot of battles going on throughout this race right now. This battle for the transfer spot is wild.
Yeah, it is, and that's Ryan Hufford there, folks, in the 83 on the low side, and the 49 of Brandon Anderson right above him. Back and forth. 6 make it to the show.
Ooh, the 49 of Anderson, he gets a good run off the high side, but I got to give Hufford a lot of credit, as there's some contact right there. Ooh, man, that was almost bad. But I got to give the 83 of Hufford a lot of credit. He was making that bottom line work big time, and he ends up ultimately getting the position solid in hand.
Yeah, they're making it work one way or another out there. And it is 6 to the feature, is that correct?
Yes, sir, 6 to the feature.
Perfect. So Brandon Anderson in that 49/00 on the timing tower. He is locked right now. Lauren Vincent having a little bit of struggles, but if something happens, he could make moves, get up there. You never know.
Yeah, and I mean, if you think about it this way, we got 4 heats to line up tonight, so one position means up 2 full rows. So, and I'm say that Justin Parham gets extremely loose as Hufford actually makes a move on the inside of the 54 of Walthorn, and he looks like he's going to try to make another move to the inside of Parham coming off of turn 2, but the momentum of the high side is, like I said earlier, hard to beat.
Yeah, it certainly is. If you can figure it out up top, I'm really impressed right now with the 83 of Ryan Hufford. He has made a couple passes. He's now up into the 4 spot, threatening to potentially make a move here on that 19 of Justin Parham, who's last week's winner. Brandon Anderson still comfortably there in 6. Jacob Neibel leading the way as he takes the 1 to go.
Yeah, and I have to say, the high side is really hard to work right now. There's not much of a cushion to lean on, but Neibel is going to come around fairly mistake-free throughout the race. I saw him kind of get into the wall a couple times early on, but you know, him and his teammate in the 22, they just had one heck of a race that to finish 1-2 and roughly about 2 seconds ahead of 3rd place.
Yeah, they certainly did. Look out for that team all night long. And Jesse, it's been a pleasure. This was fun, man. We'll let you get back to focusing in on what you got to do, helping your teammates and all that sort of thing. But thanks for joining us for a heat race, buddy.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for the little bit of a flashback there. Go enjoy the rest of the night.
Yeah, man. Where are you hanging out tonight?
I don't know. I'll just move down. I've been kind of bouncing around.
I'll put you up there in the SCSRA garage. You can figure it out from there.
I appreciate it.
All right, buddy. Once again, folks, that was heat race winner number 1, Jesse Winnington. We're getting ready to go for heat race number 3 now. Caleb Neibel leading the way. Phil Ellis Jr. will be there in 2nd as they're all getting sorted. For some reason it does that. Holden Wheeler in 3rd, Travis Bennett 4th, Joe Irwin in 5th, Matt Bay in 6th, Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence in 7th, Jay Stinson in 8th, and Tanner Hughes will be 9th. They're just a little lopsided back there. Get a interview here, a little bit long to pull someone else. They grid up really fast, man. Like I say, don't do dirt really, and heat racing on top of that. So I like the idea of pulling in the winner of the last heat race, but just takes a little while. Caleb Neibel leads the way with Phil Ellis Jr. on that inside line. 6 more go to the feature here, folks. Had a good battle last time for that 5th and 6th spot, and now side by side they go. Caleb Neibel inches out to a little bit of a lead, threatening to be 3 wide potentially. They were just for a moment. Phil Ellis Jr. still holding on to 2nd. Travis Bennett, Holden Wheeler right behind him in the 09 and the 01. Bennett gonna make a move here on the outside of Phil Ellis Jr. He scrubs the wall just a little bit, gonna kill that momentum. Slide job a little bit for the 29 of Phil Ellis Jr. up in front of the 01. The number is hard to see on that thing. Now he scrapes the wall just a little bit. Holden Wheeler, the 09, settling in fourth. Joe Irwin settling in a little bit in fifth. Final transfer spot as it stands right now would be Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence in that white 7 Ford Mustang. Caleb Neibel jumping out to a good lead. Phil Ellis Jr. still holding off Travis Bennett for now on the top side. Travis Bennett looking to the inside, not enough momentum as we heard from Jesse Whittington. However, the outside lane will prevail if you keep it off the wall. We see it perfectly there as you see Travis Bennett, the 01, wheeling that 01 Coca-Cola Ford Mustang around Eldora. He's still threatening, and as he does, Holden Wheeler right behind him in the 09 looks to make moves. He could possibly pull off the old 2-for-1 with 5 laps to go. Plenty of time to make a move here. Phil Ellis Jr. looking really comfortable up on that top side right now. Travis Bennett trying to make it work in the middle. No action near the back is Tanner Hughes, Jay Stinson. Oh, Jay Stinson is around. Let's see if he gets refired. He goes to pit road. He'll have another chance in the last chance qualifier. Caleb Neibel leads the way. 3 laps to go here, coming to 2. Phil Ellis Jr. has indeed closed off the pressure from the 01 of Travis Bennett now. Single file here all the way through the field in heat race number 3. Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence trying to hold off the 72 of Matt Baines. He is closing slowly. We go 1 lap to go. Does the 72 of Baines have anything for the 7? Not looking like it. Is the number 2 of Caleb Neibel. This whole team looks strong tonight. Caleb Neibel wins heat race number 3. Couple good heat races here. Purdy Green Racing, Green Flag Racing, as we go clean and green from start to finish. All these drivers are pull it down pit road. We'll get ready for tonight's 12-lap last chance qualifier. It's going by in a hurry here. Sharn Hill, Lauren Vincent will lead the way. 6 make it to the show, so we will indeed see 3 guys call it a night early here. And I mentioned in the first session before we had some issues, this could be a make or break kind of night for you. If you're one of the 3 to miss out, you're going to have a rough points night without even being able to see the feature. However, if you're one of those guys that can really put it together and manage a podium here tonight, if you were sitting 15th on back, you could see your season change in a hurry. We could absolutely see that tonight. Gonna be a good one. A lot of racing still left to go. Looks like the last chance qualifier, okay, they're now changed to 12. As Sharn Hill attempts to get the grip just to get moving. Lauren Vincent there on the outside lane. Matt Baines, we saw him just moments ago attempting to track down Michael Lawrence for that final transfer spot. He was unable to do so. John Lynch was in a good spot in the first heat race and then had some problems, so he finds himself here as well. Cale Thorpe, Tanner Hughes, as it stands right this second. Of course, we haven't even started, but they would be the final guys into the show this evening. Shane Hines, Josh Hall, Jay Stinson. And Jay Stinson not on the grid. So Josh Hall, Shane Hines gonna have to do battle. See if either or both of them can get into a transfer spot. Last chance qualifier. Set to go green. Sharn Hill, Lauren Vincent lead the way. Lauren down on that low side. Matt Baines trying to make it work in the middle. The 84 of John Lynch working up top. Two guys now crash. Matt Baines and Tanner Hughes find trouble, and we're under caution for the first time tonight. Sharn Hill did get the jump on Lauren Vincent. Lauren Vincent was on that bottom line, and Matt Baines was in the middle and then kind of went all the way up the track. Got into some traffic, and the 84, John Lynch, made it work up there on that top side. Let's go back and take a look what happened to Baines and Hughes on our first instant replay of the evening. You see here, Matt Baines in that 72, what I was talking about, he is on that middle line. You'll see him drift up the speedway. The 84 is there and manages to avoid, and then the 99 is there when the 72 comes back down. The 20 of Cale Thorpe was right in the middle of it, nowhere to go. That's what ultimately turned the 99 and 72 around. But they'll both get it refired, and on their way they'll go with 10 to go here in the last chance qualifier. I'd like to thank Glade Spring Company for being the title sponsor of the SCSRA ARCA series here this season. They're located in Glade Spring, Virginia. You can find them on Facebook at the Glade Spring Co. or give them a call, 276-698-7193. Once again, 276-698-7193 for any and all of your propane needs. Trust Glade Spring. Pace truck pulls off. Sharn Hill, Lauren Vincent leading the way once again, as we still have 8 guys on the speedway, so they'll still battle. Sharn Hill, great jump there. Shane Hines, really nice move on John Lynch. He'll take over third now. John Lynch back into fourth. He finds the wall once again. Lauren Vincent looking to the inside of Sharn Hill for the lead. Final transfer spot right now, Cale Thorpe, Matt Baines. John Lynch making moves, trying to get back up there. He's on the outside of Lauren Vincent, the 07, who's electing to keep that 07 ride on the bottom side. Sharn Hill continues to lead the way here in the final showdown, and Cale Thorpe is up against the wall. Matt Baines going to get by. Shane Hines going to get by now. That puts Josh Hall in the transfer spot as now they contact. He keeps it straight, the 20, trying to reel him back in now. Shane Hines, Matt Baines battling for fourth here. Every position, as we heard Ryan Gomes say earlier, is 2 spots on the starting grid. John Lynch has since taken the lead from Sharn Hill. That happened in the blink of an eye. Sharn Hill, Lauren Vincent figuring it out. They're second and third right now. Shane Hines still leads this little group for fourth. Matt Baines in fifth. Josh Hall in sixth, the final transfer spot. Cale Thorpe, Tanner Hughes on the outside looking in now. John Lynch comes around now, 2 to go. Out there comfortably. Sharn Hill comfortable. Lauren Vincent comfortable. The only battle really is right here perhaps. I mean, it's not close really, but looks to be solidified as Cale Thorpe is down pit road now. John Lynch leads the way. He just took the one to green. He'll go into turn 3 and out of turn number 4. Here comes the 84 of John Lynch. He will be your winner of the last chance showdown. He's going to the show along with Sean Hill in the 05, Lauren Vincent in the 07, Shane Hines in the 77, Matt Baines in the 72, and Josh Hall in the 81. So Shane Hines and Josh Hall, they start 7th and 8th. They end up getting 4th and 6th, and not only improving their starting position, but going to the show here this evening. Folks, it's time for your feature, 50 laps the distance here at Eldora. Going to do a little bit of a warm-up session. We're going to step aside for a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Feature racing coming at you next. All right, folks, the warm-up session has concluded, and that means we're about to get our starting grid, and we'll bring it to you here as soon as we have it. Usually takes a second. There's our starting grid for this evening's event. Jesse Whittington will start first. Jacob Neibel in second. Caleb Neibel in third. Ryan Gomes in fourth. Andrew McKenzie in fifth. Sixth will be Phil Ellis Jr. Warren Keith will start seventh. Justin Parham will start eighth. Ninth will be the 01 of Travis Bennett. Matthew Fritz will start 10th. Ryan Hufford will start 11th. 12th will be Holden Wheeler. 13th will be Vince Brent. Nicholas Walthorn will roll off 14th. Joe Irwin in 15th. AJ Evangelista starting 16th. Brandon Anderson in the 00/49 will start 17th. Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence will start 18th. John Lynch will start 19th. Rounding out your top 20 will be Sean Hill. He advanced. John Lynch and everyone else on back advanced from the last chance qualifier. Sean Hill starting 20th, Lauren Vincent 21st. Shane Hines will be 22nd, Matt Baines 23rd. 24th will be Josh Hall. The three not making the feature tonight, Tanner Hughes, Cale Thorpe, Jay Stinson. And I know they will not be happy with the results and the points after it's all said and done tonight. Jay Stinson gonna take a big hit, having a pretty good season, and that's not gonna bode well for Stinson. But you win some, you lose some, and in heat-structured racing like this tonight, that is a risk. But nevertheless, Tanner Hughes actually is out there. So Cale Thorpe, Jay Stinson not making the grid. 25 cars set to go 50 laps and more because caution flags will not count. Jesse Whittington, Jacob Neibel lead us back to green for the first time here in the feature. Going to be hard to keep track of what's going on. Jesse Whittington out to a good lead already. 4 wide racing here in the mid-pack. This is a mix for 10th. We already got big trouble. A lot of guys mixed up in this one on lap 2. Travis Bennett in the 01, he has a meatball flag. He'll be down pit road. One good thing here with caution flags not counting is that you're not going to lose a lap. So let's go see if we can't dissect what happened. We may be able to, we may not. They're 4 wide racing here, folks. You can see up in front, Justin Parham, Warren Keith get into each other. That causes them to go around. The 01 does a wheelie off Parham. Walthorn involved, the 49 involved, Vince Brent, Nicholas Walthorn, AJ Evangelista. All right, well. Warren Keith down pit road already. Ryan Hufford, Parham, Tanner Hughes. All right, well, we made it 1 lap. All right, I want everyone to venture out of their comfort zone here if you're watching at home, okay? I know everyone in the chat has their favorite driver that they want to win. But put your analyst hat on a little bit. You're a racing analyst. Who do you guys think will win? Be real now. Who do you think is going to win this inaugural dirt race in the SCSRA ARCA series? I want to hear it in chat. Jesse Whittington, Jacob Neibel lead us back to green. Quick caution there. Nicholas Walthorn is not our leader. I don't know what's going on here with the scoring. It's definitely Jesse Whittington, as now it cycles correctly, it would appear. Whittington out in the lead, Jacob Neibel, Caleb Neibel behind him, Ryan Gomes in 4th. Got a good battle here for 5th. Now battle for 4th now. Phil Ellis Jr. is on the inside. Battling Ryan Gomes. Matthew Fritz, Holden Wheeler trying to figure it out right behind them. Vince Brent on the inside now, the 22 of Brandon Anderson. I'm sorry, Brandon Anderson is Andrew McKenzie, my apologies. Clicked a little bit further back based off where these guys are all running. Matthew Fritz now side by side with the 09 of Holden Wheeler. Fritz going to be able to absorb the contact and move up into the 6th spot now. Ryan Gomes, Phil Ellis Jr. still doing battle. This still for 4th. Jesse Whittington still leads. Jacob Neibel, Caleb Neibel still 2nd and 3rd. Here's Cheeseburger Lawrence battling Travis Bennett, who's just wrapped up in that little incident. Bennett looking to work his way back. Cheeseburger, he's up 5 spots now as he takes over 13th. Solely. There's 3 wide racing near the back of the field. Lauren Vincent, Sean Hill, Warren Keith. We saw them mix it up. 2 out of the 3 mix it up in the last chance qualifier. So they're moving up pretty nicely here thus far. Justin Parham rebounding. Holden Wheeler looking to the inside of Andrew McKenzie. This for the 7th spot. Getting spread out up front. We got some good green flag racing going here. Look out. The 54 of Nicholas Walthorn nearly went for a ride. He holds it together as I think Holden Wheeler or someone hit him. And we're back under yellow flag conditions here. Let's go see if we can't see what happened. Me? Alicia, you're funny. Well, this is not what happened. Let's see. Tanner Hughes looks like caught the inside wall and just came to a stop and jumped to pit road. So that's what brought out our second caution of the night here on lap 11. Nick Walthorn up in the top 10 now. Biggest mover thus far. 2 cars behind him, and that's the bright green 49/00 of Brandon Anderson. Ah, thank you for that. Where's Waldo Esports? I appreciate that. Only one scoring loop. All right, I got it. I'll stop trying to figure out what's going on. Anyway, Brandon Anderson up 6 spots. He's into 11th. Good, Jesse Whittington, the ultra close up there. If we get a little green flag run here, we're gonna jump on board with one of these guys. Probably not Jesse, he's out there leading the way. The 2 of Caleb Neibel doesn't have a front bumper as he's gonna be restarting right beside the 94 of Whittington. See how that plays. Off clean, little, almost 3 wide there as the 2 tries to maintain. He goes to the top side now. The 33 of Jacob Neibel on his inside. Phil Ellis Jr. working the middle. Caleb able to hold on. He's running that top line, keeps it out of the wall. He's nearly kissing it with the back bumper. That's some good driving. He holds on for second. Phil Ellis Jr. under pressure by the 33 of Jacob Neibel on the inside. Almost a slide job, not quite clear. Matthew Fritz up into the top 5 for now as he scrapes the wall a little bit. Phil Ellis Jr. going to be able to hold on there. He's currently in 3rd. Jacob Neibel, Matthew Fritz, 4th and 5th. As we go on back, Ryan Gomes, Holden Wheeler now battling. Gomes trying to find the speed he had in the first practice session here. Running that lower line. Things will develop as we go along here, folks. Ryan Gomes able to clear now. Good move. He's up into 6th as he now goes to the top side. Holden Wheeler, oh, trying to slide job. He wasn't clear, and Ryan Gomes hard into the wall now. Now Vince Brent 3 wide with Holden Wheeler. He clears. Nicholas Walthorn, the old 2 for 1. He's up into 7th. A lot of crazy racing going on back here. Travis Bennett made contact. Holden Wheeler going backwards. Joe Irwin up 2. He's working on Warren Keith now. Uh-oh, Vince Brent, something happened to Vince Brent. He got turned around. He'll get it refired. Not a lot of damage on the 92. Let's go see what happened to Vince. He's good right there, and he just loses it. Little self-spin action. And he locks it up and kisses the inside wall. Holden Wheeler on the inside. Good driving there, able to avoid him. Nobody involved there but the 92, so they'll reset them, I'd imagine, in a hurry. Oh, it's Garrett. I don't know. How am I supposed to know? Why aren't you racing? Or are you? That'd be funny if you were out there. No, you're not. Okay. Garrett Walden, folks, in the chat, not on the Speedway. Jesse Whittington looking dominant here early on. Ryan Gomes probably okay to see that caution. He'll look to reset. Start going the right direction as he had contact with, I believe it was the 09 of Holden Wheeler. Holden now at the tail end of the field, trying to catch up. He went down pit road, not this time though. Not sure what happened. Top 10, Jesse Whittington, Caleb Nibel, Jacob Nibel, Phil Ellis Jr., Andrew McKenzie, Matthew Fritz, Ryan Gomes, Nick Walthorn, Cheeseburger Lawrence, and Travis Bennett. We're back under green. Lap 18 of 50 here in the 2 of Caleb Nibel, making it work there with no front bumper on that 2 car. Battling side by side for now with Caleb, or with Jacob rather. Getting them all mixed up. Phil Ellis Jr. throws it in there on the inside, not able to make it stick though. Now the 33 crosses over just a little bit. Now the 2 down to the lower side, the middle lane. You can see that top line starting to get a little slick, starting to look a little bit different. We'll see that develop. Jesse Whittington still up there flirting with the wall, running really good. Phil Ellis Jr. now under pressure by the 33 of Jacob Nibel. Matthew Fritz starting to figure it out. He's looking to make hay up there on the top side as well with those guys. Back here, Justin Parham. Ryan Gomes still trying to get it to work, and we're back under caution here on lap 22. Let's see if we can't figure this one out. Josh Hall, perhaps. Josh Hall, I said. See, he's all good there. And not quite sure. Oh, Vince Brent was around. Josh had to lock him up, and he goes into Vince. So let's take another look at what happened to Vince Brent this time. A couple takers down pit road. Joe Irwin, Travis Bennett. And looks like he just got mixed up with Shane Hines in the 77. Probably didn't have a lot of control over that car at the time, and he will find himself restarting again at the rear end of the field. With the exception of the guys coming down pit road, that's Travis Bennett, Joe Irwin, Josh Hall. They'll rejoin the field. Tell you what, Caleb Nibel, no front bumper. Russian. Oh, well, I didn't put it together. I don't own an Eldora. I gotcha. Yeah, if it's not a track you're gonna race at more than once, I don't know if it's worth buying. But here we go, back under green once again. The 2 car hangs with the 94 this time on the inside lane. He's right up against that inside wall. The 94 middle lane that time. The 2 car able to hang in. As now the 94 does pull away just a little bit. Phil Ellis Jr. once again trying to make it work on the inside lane. Not going to happen just yet. Now we have another guy around in the back. It's John Lynch. I saw it just on the top of the screen of the camera angle. Here's John Lynch in the 84. Looks like he was going around all by his lonesome. And good awareness there by the 19 of Parham to realize what was going on and avoid it. Lauren Vincent also able to get by. No trouble there. He scrapes the wall, but I'm sure he'll take that instead of hitting a guy head on. So some self spins here, quick cautions. John Lynch going to be able to continue. Not a lot of hard contact thus far. Joe Irwin, John Lynch coming down pit road. It's a good look at the driver with no front bumper. The Majulis Say Speed Shop number 2 of Caleb Neibel. Hanging tough up there. He's up one spot on the evening, so he started third rather. I know Matt. Jacob Neibel right behind him. Jesse Whittington led every lap so far. Biggest mover so far, Matt Baines. Back here in the 72, he's avoided all the incidents. He's got that 72 up into 11th. He's up 12 spots. We're back under green. 94, good jump this time. Caleb able to hang on that low side. I know he's probably trying to clear to go to the top. Not quite clear of that 33. Now he is. And he still doesn't elect to go to the top. Now Jesse Whittington running the bottom. We'll see if this track's starting to develop a little bit. Matthew Fritznow's on the inside of the 33 of Jacob Neibel. Phil Ellis Jr. still trying to make that bottom line work, and we're back under caution. And maybe Shane Hines involved. Let's go take a look. Shane Hines there in the 77. Looks like Sean Hill got caught up with the 83. Travis Bennett involved, and actually Sean Hill and Travis Bennett were the first two to go around. Shane Hines mixes it up with AJ Evangelista. Josh Hall, good job avoiding that, among others. So they'll get all refired and might see some more takers down pit road. The fact that you don't lose a lap here when you go down pit road means unless your damage is severe, you don't really need to take your fast repair. Especially if you're in the back of the field like Joe Irwin. He's just coming down, doing little work here and there. Rejoining the field on the lead lap. We got one guy not on the lead lap, and that's Tanner Hughes, who I guess has called it an evening as he's no longer on the Speedway. So he's the only driver out so far. Joe Irwin, Travis Bennett will bring up the rear of the field. Jesse Whittington and Caleb Neibel still out front. Biggest mover still Matt Baines. He's now up, well, he's still up 12. Back to green we go after our 6th caution on the night. Halfway exactly to go here. And now really good jump that time from Caleb. He's going to get into the 94 and he'll muscle his way through there. Jesse Whittington now 3 wide. Phil Ellis Jr. looking to take advantage of that craziness. He will. He'll take over the lead for that lap. Now Caleb Neibel looking to battle on the inside, and we're back under caution as Jesse Whittington started to regain momentum. Let's go see what happened. Josh Hall involved, it would appear. See if it was up in front of him or if it was him. Might have been up in front of him from the looks of it here. Oh, the old 09 of Holden Wheeler was down below. And Josh Hall self-spins her. No damage. No contact for the 81, so that's good. Holden Wheeler had just spun, so he works by Hall safely. Two-car jumping the starts. Yeah, it looked close, didn't it? No flag, though, for Caleb. He'll restart on the outside. Well, maybe not. They get to pick, I believe. The leader has control. Phil Ellis Jr. going to lead the lap, though. So he'll have his choice if he wants to start top or bottom. First time tonight that he won't have traffic in front of him. Travis Bennett back down pit road, getting some more damage fixed. And looks like Phil Ellis Jr. is elected to go to the top side, so Caleb Neibel will start where he's been starting on the inside. And you can tell he's got some left front wheel damage on the two-car as well, but he says, I don't care. I'm going to keep it out there. Sacrifice that track position. You may not get back. Phil Ellis Jr. leads the way this time, and he's off clean in front of the two-car. The two in that middle line. Looks like he's going to be able to hang on for now to second. Matthew Fritz right behind him. Just got past Jesse Whittington as he looks to maintain the momentum on the top side now. Jesse Whittington, an unfamiliar spot with traffic in front of him this evening, and back under caution again. Well, it looked promising, folks. We had a decent green flag run to start this thing, and now we can't seem to make it more than one lap at a time. Not sure what happened here. Sharn Hill, maybe? I don't know. All sorts of craziness there. Who's that? Lauren Vincent on the inside. He flips her around. So another one-car incident. Lots of self-spins here tonight, bringing out the caution flags, which I guess in a way is a good thing, because that means that there's not a whole lot of wrecks happening like we've seen in the last couple weeks of the SCSRA ARCA series, where it boils down to some silly moves and over-aggression. Biggest mover now is the 7-car of Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence. He's got the 7 up into 6th position now. See if Phil Ellis Jr. elects to go to the top side. I believe he does. He does. Can't see why he would do anything otherwise. Matthew Fritz is up 6. Nick Walthorn is up 7. Haven't said his name since the beginning, the first incident he was involved in, but having a good night thus far. Matt Baines still up 11. Back underway we go. Caution 8 already, and Phil Ellis Jr. really nice jump there. He's going to be free and clear of everybody. Jesse Whittington racing Caleb Neibel now, looking to get back to the 2 spot, and he will. Matthew Fritz settling in 4th. Warren Keith is up 2 on the evening. He's up to 5th now. He's battling Jacob Neibel, who's on his outside. They're all stacked up behind him. 10 cars under a blanket here, folks. 3 wide. Nicholas Walthorn was in the middle. Andrew McKenzie was up top of that showdown. Now Matt Baines 3 wide. Joe Irwin working his way up. He's up 6 on the night. Right in front of Cheeseburger. They're still 3 wide. Matt Baines Ryan Gomes, Nick Walthorn. Ryan Gomes looking to find the speed and work his way back up. There's Gomes there as he's working on Nick Walthorn. Holden Wheeler, he clears and he has a little space and breathing room perhaps. Close up front for second as Jesse Whittington goes back to the point. Caleb Neibel battling the 29 of Phil Ellis Jr. He's on the inside now. Matthew Fritz contently watches on. Caleb gonna have the nose in front of Phil Ellis Jr. and he pulls up the Speedway. Phil Ellis Jr. gonna look to cross him over here. Might be successful. Looks like the track is developing to be a little bit better now on the bottom side. Take a look back here. Joe Irwin hard into the wall. Ryan Gomes lost the front bumper now as he's back up into 11th. Looks like Matt Baines might have had something to do with this one. Let's go take a look. There's Baines in that purple 72. He's all good right here. Did it happen up in front of him? It did. Oh, the 33 of Jacob Neibel was around already, and then he catches Baines coming down as he hit off the wall. Let's go take a look at what happened to Neibel. There's Neibel there in the 33. Holden Wheeler nowhere to go. Couldn't avoid him at that point. The 49 drives in, and then that's where Matt Baines gets caught up. The 84 gets caught up as well. That's John Lynch. Lauren Vincent around. Josh Hall makes it by. AJ Evangelista makes it by as well. So some guys benefited from that one. Shane Hines in the 77 up 8 now. Lauren Vincent up 6. John Lynch up 3. Phil Ellis Jr. running second place right now. He's up 4 on the night. So good job, Phil Ellis Jr. Cheeseburger keeps moving up. He's up 11 now, officially your biggest mover. He was tied there with Matt Baines. Baines, of course, wrapped up in that little incident there. Jesse Whittington, Phil Ellis Jr. back to green with 12 to go here. 14 to go, my apologies. Not sure why that changed on me. Uh-oh, look out. Ooh, they avoid contact. That was close. Matthew Fritz looking to take advantage. He will. He'll go to the 2 spot now. The 2 car, Caleb Neibel, they're 3 wide now. Phil Ellis Jr., Matthew Fritz. Battle for second heating up. Warren Keith is in this mix. We're back under caution. Let's go see Matt Baines perhaps again with an incident. Not picking on him. I just see the first name under the yellow flag notification. It's his. Let's see here. No, that was the last one. My goodness. Get it together. Let's see. Lauren Vincent, maybe. Let's see what happened. We got the 09 and the 83 beating and banging up in front, and the 07 just goes around. Sharn Hill avoids it. 07 avoids damage, so good job there. But he goes around again. Buddy's giving it everything he can here. Joe Irwin, Brandon Anderson down pit road with extensive damage. Didn't see where that occurred. Josh Hall, Lauren Vincent down pit road for lengthy amount of time as well. But again, you can stay down there as long as you can without losing a lap. So there's no reason to jump out in front of the pace car and rush anything. Once they go 1 to green, you want to make your way out, so then you don't lose a lap. And it looks like Josh Hall, Norton Vincent, I guess, did get lapped at some point. So Shane Hines, last guy on the lead lap, he was further up, but now not. Matthew Fritz is second place now as he starts on the inside of row 1 for the first time. They're all mixed up back here. Look at this. They were 4 or 5 wide, and we're under caution again. This time, I see Matt Baines may have been involved. Let's see, was it right on the start of things here? Lauren, you're doing what you can, buddy. Hang in there. The 84 of John Lynch went around right in front, and the 72 got mixed up again. Let's see what happened to John Lynch in the 84. Right off the start, it would appear. He's good there. Then he finds the wall. Oh, and he just kind of turned it around in front of the 72. Got eaten up by the wall, and AJ Evangelista finished off the 72 of Baines. A lot of guys having rough nights here. Not going to be a good night for the points for some of these guys. They're probably looking forward to getting back to the asphalt oval. Saying the heck with this dirt stuff. Or at least the heck with stock cars on dirt. Matthew Fritz did maintain second position there, so he will start on the inside of Jesse Whittington again. Here they come back to green once more. Jesse Whittington, good jump. Matthew Fritz hanging in. They're all mixed up again in the back. And another caution will be out. Oh my gosh, someone's going for a ride. A lot of cars mixed up in this one. That's going to result in some tows. Man, oh man. Let's see. Justin Parham went for a ride. We'll try to see what happened to him. Oh, and they all just get mixed up. Nicholas Walthorn involved. Oh, man, the 5 of AJ Evangelista literally puts the 19 on his roof. Matt Baines involved again. Shane Hines, Travis Bennett. Let's take an onboard here with Justin Parham. We can find it. Well, maybe not. Let's go Matt Baines and then go back to Parham. On board. We'll see what happens here. They just all stack up. And he turns the wrong direction. And right there in his grill is the 5. And he goes for a bit of a ride and unfortunately ends up on his roof. So Parham has to tow, among others. And there he is there. Jesse Whittington, Matthew Fritz, still on the front row. Josh Hall made it out of pit road. Parham, Bennett, Wheeler, John Lynch, Brandon Anderson still down there. So if you survive, you could have a decent night here. Jesse Whittington takes the lead. They're 3 wide behind him for second. The 2 car, Caleb Neibel on the top side. He gets by Fritz and Phil Ellis Jr. Fritz all of a sudden hard into the wall. Jacob Neibel working his way up to try to get past Phil Ellis Jr. Slide job up in front of Phil Ellis Jr. Crossover. Another slide job. Good race in there. Matthew Fritz back into the 6th spot for now. He's got some traffic right in front of him. The 22 and the 33 bang off each other. And now Warren Keith involved. He's around. Multiple guys involved. And another caution is out. My goodness. Ryan Gomes survived, if you want to call it that. Let's see what happened this one. No, that's the wrong one. We'll take a look at Warren Keith. Looked like he turned into a ping pong ball. There he is in the 9. 22 bounces off the 67 right up into him. Into the 55, down into the 67, locks it up. Cheeseburger into him. The 83 of Walthorn, nowhere to go. Or 83 of Hufford. My apologies. I've been saying Walthorn. Like I haven't been calling these guys races for 3 seasons. Walthorn. There's Walthorn there in the 54. My apologies, boys. Been a crazy one. Yeah, this is fun. This is fun. We are having fun, yes. Well, that's going to frustrate the 9 of Warren Keith. I know that for sure. As now he'll be on the tail end of the lead lap along with Ryan Hufford in that 83. Jesse Whittington, Caleb Neibel back to the familiar front row like it's been a lot of the night. Yeah, it happened. It's happening. A lot of modifieds out there, yeah. We're getting more modifieds out here as we go along. Caleb Neibel is one of them. Ryan Gomes has joined the club. Ryan Hufford now, their most recent. Anyone else? Sharn Hill might mess around, get a top 10 at pay-ins. We've said his name a lot tonight for some of the good reasons, but also some of the bad. Nothing he's done, just getting wrapped up in things. Don't want anyone to think I'm talking bad about him. Single file restart here. Jesse Whittington, Caleb Neibel on the point. Phil Ellis Jr. behind him. Matthew Fritz finding the wall, trying to hold off Andrew McKenzie. Ryan Gomes there in 7th. Cheeseburger Lawrence in 8th. Nick Walthorn trying to hold off the 72 of Matt Baines. That battle for the 9th spot is now Matt Baines drives it right by Walthorn, gonna look to cross over successfully. He'll take back over that 9th spot temporarily. Matt Baines still holding tough on that top side. This is the best battle on the Speedway, folks. The 72 and the 54. 72, is he gonna prevail? We're under caution again with 4 to go. Justin Parham, it looks like this time. Parham there in the 19, down on the bottom side. And Ryan Hufford, got it right this time. And Parham just goes for a little ride on his own there. So 4 to go here. We're getting close. It says 3 to go. That may be right. It may be wrong. I'm not sure. I've had the timing tower switch up on me a couple times. Lord knows I ain't keeping track. Now with the caution laps not counting and all sorts of things. Everyone still awake out there in chat land? Darrell Walden's with me. Warren Vincent texting and driving. Oh, never mind. He's off the speedway. Warren, I would have kept it rolling, bud. Look where you would have been now. Could have been. So Matt Baines did have that 10 spot. That was the best battle we were watching there. So he'll be scored in 10th. Look to move his way up. Jesse Whittington, Caleb Nibel, Phil Ellis Jr. Top 3 as it stands now. Single file restart once again. Jesse Whittington back on the loud pedal. And we are indeed 4 to go. Okay, I was correct. Look at me go. All single file here. We'll see for some racing. Nick Walthorn really close to the 7 of Cheeseburger Lawrence. Ryan Gomes looking to rally late here. And we have an issue up front. My goodness. This changes everything. I see Nicholas Walthorn crashed 5 times apparently. There's no way that's right. Let's go back and take a look here. Jesse Whittington, our leader, longtime leader, the 2 car just gets into him. And Caleb Nibel, then he gets into it with the 33 of Jacob Nibel. So I think the 2 just came up the speedway. He lucks out. Jesse Whittington involved and Nick Walthorn somewhere along the line involved. Let's take a look at Walthorn. He was having a great night. Here's Walthorn in the 54. I want to see how he got mixed up into this. All good right here. Matt Baines jumps up in front of him. That's not enough to do it. That doesn't have any impact on it. Oh, and there's a 33 trying to straighten out. And he straight up just turns into the 54. Oh, man, that's not a good move. If you're the 33, you got to wait till you're clear. And he was not. He just drove right up into the front of the group there. Man, when it's going wrong, it's going wrong. Caleb Nibel now takes over the lead with Phil Ellis Jr. Jacob Nibel there in second. Phil Ellis Jr. not doing him any favors. It ended up not working out for him. Caleb Nibel absorbs that contact and maintains the lead. Jacob Nibel takes over second. Phil Ellis Jr. back to third now. Andrew McKenzie, Matthew Fritz battling it out here now. One lap to go. This race is official. Matthew Fritz loses it a little bit. That's gonna prove costly. Caleb Nibel around turn 2. Into turn number 3, out of turn number 4. Caleb Nibel wins it at Eldora. Jacob Nibel in second. Phil Ellis Jr. in third. Andrew McKenzie in fourth. Ryan Gomes rounds out your top 5. Cheeseburger Lawrence, and extracurricular activity going on here as they try to get to pit road, it would appear. Ooh, that was a wild one. We're going to step away for a commercial break. We'll be right back with the post-race show, folks. Don't go anywhere. It's bound to be a wild one. We'll be right back. right, welcome back, folks. Let's show you tonight's official results and walk through them. The winner was Caleb Nibel. Jacob Nibel finished second. Phil Ellis Jr. in third. Andrew McKenzie in fourth. Ryan Gomes rallies back to get a top 5 finish. Michael Lawrence in sixth. Matt Baines in seventh. Sharn Hill 8th. Matthew Fritz in ninth. Vince Brent rounds out the top 10. Warren Keith in 11th. Jesse Whittington in 12th. Ryan Hufford 13th. 14th was AJ Evangelista. 15th was Josh Hall. Shane Hines in 16th. Nick Walthorn in 17th after another late heartbreak on a move that should have never happened. Justin Parham finishes 18th. Holden Wheeler in 19th. Travis Bennett 20th. John Lynch 21st. Lauren Vincent 22nd. Joe Irwin 23rd. Brandon Anderson 24th. 25th was Tanner Hughes. Cale Thorpe was 26th. 27th was Jay Stinson. Cale Thorpe and Jay Stinson did not make the show this evening. So rough night for those guys, to say the least. But they'll be back next week. Let's get now, if I can here. Yep, there we go. Let's get with our third place finisher, Phil Ellis Jr. Phil, welcome into the broadcast booth, buddy. Congrats on the podium tonight in an absolute wild race. You finished up 3 spots on the night. You ran up front basically all night, even were competing for the lead. So talk to us about this race. What were your overall thoughts? Did you think you had the speed for a podium or even the win, or was it just kind of come in here and do what you can?
You know, honestly, I actually have some dirt experience, so it did help me a little bit. And we did a lot of testing this week. Me and the Beer Money guys, we ran a bunch of laps trying to get some stuff where we needed it, and I think it really helped. And the consistency was there. It just the hard thing was some of these guys are absolute weapons, and it's just, you can't race around them because they're all over the damn place.
Yeah, a lot of wrecks tonight, but a lot of them were actually self spins as well. We did see some incidents there up front, one in particularly very late in the going that definitely had an impact on this race. But nevertheless, 29 of Phil Ellis Jr. brings it home third. That's got to feel good. Now you go back to the more asphalt oval side of things. As we approach midway in the season already, how do you feel about your overall season thus far in the going?
So far, pretty good. I mean, I've had a few bad runs, but at the same time, I've had a lot of runs where I'm up front and just can't put it together. So, same thing we ran into last year, but we're showing a lot more speed this season. So, really looking forward to the rest of the year. I think we got a road course next week, and then after that, we get back on the oval stuff.
Right on, man. Well, you're doing great. You actually come in here 13th in points, right below that cut line for the chase. So needless to say, a good showing in the heat races as well as here in the feature is going to go a long way to get you above that cut line, especially with a couple of guys that elected not to show tonight and a couple of the guys that had a really rough night at the office tonight. But Phil, before we let you go celebrate the podium, anyone you'd like to thank or shout out?
Yeah, the Beer Money guys, AJ, Brandon, Vince. Ian wasn't here tonight, but he's been on testing with us all week, and Jesse's been helping us out a little bit, giving us some pointers and getting us pointed in the right direction. So want to thank him, and I had a blast tonight, man. This was fun. Hope we do it again sometime.
Right on, man. Well, go enjoy it, and we'll see you back out here next week.
Awesome, man. Appreciate it. We'll see you then.
Yes, sir. Once again, folks, the third place finisher, number 29, Phil Ellis Jr., with a really well-ran race. He managed to stay up front all night long. He avoided a lot of the issues and took a lot of contact on and finished third. So good for him. That'll go a long way, like I mentioned, in the point standings. Next, we're going to talk to our second place finisher, the number 33 of Jacob Neibel. In fact, apparently we will not talk to them because they are gone already. So never mind. Interesting. Both our second place finisher and our winner have disappeared on the evening. So we'll talk to Matt Baines, if he's still around, just to talk to somebody. He's not, man. Everyone was ready to call it a night, apparently. Not quite sure what that's about. Well, anyway, all right. I guess no second place or winner interviews tonight. Nevertheless, pretty good night overall. Long race as we kind of expected. A lot of cautions there in the feature. Had some exciting heat races. But we'd like to thank our sponsors here at the SCSRA and Royalty Racing Network. First and foremost, the Glade Spring Company, coming on board this season to be the title sponsor of the ARCA series here at the SCSRA. They're located in Glade Spring, Virginia. You can find them on Facebook at the Glade Spring Company or give them a call at 276-698-7193 for any and all of your propane needs. Trust Glade Spring. And Majestic Promotional branded apparel, whether you run a company, a government agency, a sports team, or even a virtual race team, turn every item into a statement with Majestic Promotional and branded apparel. Comment for details or find me on Discord. And finally, SM Racing Products. Take your sim racing experience to the next level with custom-made button boxes, dashboards, flag lights, and more with SM Racing Products. Check them out at sm-racingproducts.com and use promo code ROYALTY at checkout for 20% off of your purchase of $150 or more. It's a sweet deal. I got myself a custom-made button box, and it changed the game for me. It can do the same for you. For everyone here at the SCSRA ARCA Series and everyone at Royalty Racing Network, my name is Joshua King, hoping you have a good rest of the week. We'll see you back here next Tuesday night when we get back to a more traditional NASCAR type of racing. We'll see you later. Good night.